children of the night to vampire therapist. Let's go learn how to deal with our own self-worth a little bit more healthily. Alright, Isabella D'Este, age 550 years old, gender female, origin Renaissance. Isabella D'Este was a key figure in the Italian Renaissance, funding the works of Leonardo da Vinci, Andrea Mantegna, and Michelangelo. She received a humanist education and knows much about history, art, music, and philosophy. She comes from a highly aristocratic background that has endured considerable family issues through the generations. She states that she is undergoing an existential immortality crisis, suggesting that her life and unlife have both been meaningless. Suggestion: be exceedingly polite.
I think we should get along quite well then.
I'll walk right into that one.
Isabella is not your average vampire. She was once the powerful matriarch of one of the most influential families in Europe. She fraternized with popes and kings, and she also wielded great power over the art world. Some say that she was the model for the Mona Lisa.
One of them highfalutin types, huh? I don't think she's gonna like me much.
She is as human as any of us. I've already known you will find the way to relate with her.
If you say so.
Remember, you can always seek my advice if you feel lost, but I hear the beating of elegant wings. Breathe, Sally. Oh, and do be polite.
Goodness. So you are the new therapist Andromachos told me of. I was not expecting someone so rugged.
Sam Wall's at your service, ma'am.
You are a therapist.
Well, that's what I'm here for, ma'am.
Enough with this, ma'am. I am not running a whorehouse. You may call me Senora.
All right, senor.
You have seen my what? Have you been picking on...
What are you talking about, lady?
Signora. Say it.
Signor.
Signora. Signora.
Signora?
Porca miseria, this is not going to be easy.
Therapy ain't never easy, senora.
So, therapy is always easy then.
I said it ain't never easy, senora.
Is therapy easy or is it
Oh
not?
my god.
Not, I guess.
Oh, how are we to examine my inner demons if your own speech is so diabolical?
You know what? Let's start over. Greetings and salutations, senora. I am most honored to receive you in my humble office.
Very well. I suppose it will do.
I'm just here to help, senora. It says here on your intake forms that you've been having a tough time lately.
A tough time. Indeed, yes, it has been a tough time. The realization that not only am I a corpse, but that I have been a useless corpse for nearly 400 years is a tough time.
So what's set off this feeling that you're a corpse?
I saw a film at the cinema.
Hey, I love the cinema. I can't get enough Hollywood. All that glitz and glamour. Them celebrities sure know how to look good.
Oh, that's interesting.
The battle between licentiousness and chastity has ended, and chastity has been utterly degraded on the battlefield. They should be ashamed of themselves, parading their young flesh for the adulation of fools. I could teach them about proper fashion, but alas, they would be incapable of reading my wisdom.
I can tell I'm barking up the wrong tree here. Let's go back to this movie you saw in the cinema.
It was a most terrible thing, one that shook me to my core. The pain of it lingers with me still 5 years later.
Movies can be pretty powerful. Heck, I remember seeing one of the first films. There was a train coming right for the audience. We thought we were dead for sure.
This film was not powerful, it was meaningless. It said nothing, did nothing, less than nothing, as loudly and garishly as possible. The audience, fools that they were, cheered, applauded this desecration of the mind. I hate this film with all my being, for it has done the cruelest thing. It has revealed the dark truth. This life that I cling to has no purpose.
Hey, what the heck was this movie?
Space Wars. Rise of the Space War.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Space Wars, the big science fiction franchise?
Yes, I believe it is important to understand modern media diets.
But that's the movie that gave you your personal crisis?
Mind your tone. Do not think me a fool. I know it was not high art. But the money it made, it would make even the Pope blush. This stinking trash. This is what the people want. You see, I understand now. My attempts to infuse art with meaning were pointless. All that I am, all that I ever was, is dead.
Dang
For
it.
such a complicated woman, the answers are overly simple for Senora Destiny.
Yeah, it's
You
far
don't seem
too
that dead to me. We're having this conversation, ain't we? Ain't just lying there decomposing.
It is no different. I might as well be rotting in the ground.
I think you might get pretty bored.
Are you getting smart with the boy?
Look, I'm just talking facts. If you're saying all you are is dead, I think you might be doing some Nosferatu thinking. It ain't black and white. You're here. But let's go back to what you were saying.
Once, I elevated art, and all the world benefited. Why have I lost my power to elevate art now?
It's either a control fallacy or disqualifying the positive. Let's see. Why have I lost my power to elevate art now?
All
Control.
the world
Yeah.
benefited. There's a lot of people, and they got a lot of different preferences. You can't get all, can you?
But I could once upon a time.
You can't reach everybody, Senora. I hadn't even heard of the Mona Lisa until about 1911.
Did you have any schooling whatsoever?
No, I didn't. But I don't think anyone in my time knew about the Mona Lisa either.
Oh, how wonderful. You add to my despair.
I'm saying you can't reach everyone, even in your own time.
That is true. I doubt the rabble had much of an opinion about the so-called great masters.
We only know what we know. You were saying.
It was all for nothing. What good was guiding Da Vinci when they sell the Mona Lisa on beer coasters?
It was all for nothing. What good was guiding Da Vinci when they sell the Mona Lisa on beer coasters?
Come on now. Just because the Mona Lisa's been on a coaster doesn't mean that's all it's ever been for.
She was disqualifying all of the good things she's done in her life by saying things don't satisfy her now. She was disqualifying the positive.
I think you might be downplaying just what an impact you had on the world.
The world needs no help from me to reduce my life's effort to cheap commodities.
So just because something gets printed on a t-shirt, that cancels out everything that's good about it?
Yes, that is exactly what it does.
Man, I thought I was good at disqualifying the positive.
It should not be so. Art should have meaning, purpose. Beauty should expose truth.
By adding should to statements that involve something that bring you pleasure, you're taking the joy out of it. You're insisting upon that which doesn't need insisted.
You're saying art should have meaning and purpose, but does all art need those things?
What is the purpose of creation otherwise?
How about if I just like doodling? Ain't that a good enough reason to draw?
It is a pointless reason.
Or maybe I want to do something pointless. All I'm saying is that I don't have the same shoulds you do.
Perhaps you should.
But I don't. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Which is speak like a peasant.
Heck, that's what I am, senor. Ain't nothing gonna change that reality. But let's get back to what you were saying.
But it seems I am just a dead woman. A walking corpse who is not worth listening to. I should walk into the sun.
Alright, now let's look at this. But it seems I am just a dead woman. A walking corpse who is not worth listening to. This isn't a should statement, because no one finds good in seeking their own demise. But it is labeling. She's demeaning herself by taking qualities that are a part of her and giving them the rawest form, I think.
Now why have you gotta go and call yourself names?
They are not names, they are my reality. I am a dead woman, and I am a corpse, am I not?
Is that all you are?
This is how I am defined by the world.
Seems to me you're the one using them names. Hell, I think I'd be a little afraid of calling you a corpse.
As you should be. Allow me to continue. No, you make me sound rather mad. Like an old woman, railing at the world, screaming into the void, all to no purpose.
Look, senor, all I'm trying to do is show you where you're a little rigid in your thinking is all. You're expecting a lot from the world and a lot from yourself. It ain't no surprise that you're gonna be disappointed over and over again.
I suppose that is some insight. Indeed, I have been in a state of disappointment from the moment I was 16.
But what happened when you were 16?
I got married.
Oh,
I think I get it.
You absolutely do not get it. You are a man.
Well then, help me understand.
Frankie, my husband. He taught me the meaning of disappointment. He taught me the world was built upon lies. These things men proclaim as values. Truth, beauty, the spiritual. They were all fiction.
okay.
But if men did not live according to principle, I would. I would set the example and shame them all. Yet, what a fool I have been to think humanity had greater aims.
So, what's this greater aim you're talking about?
I received a humanist education as a child. I was taught that the pathway to God was through rationality and a questioning mind, not slavish devotion to tradition. This world is not Eden, but it could be. Or so I thought.
So you're talking about a literal pathway to God?
No, fool. A pathway to godliness. To live according to our natures. Our true natures.
You mean being vampires?
Come now, boy. Nothing could be further from natural. All this foolish hissing and copulation and blood drinking does not bring us closer to God. But it does give us more time to find the path.
Well, talk to me about this pathway to God. How do you reckon we find this path?
I reckon now. I've always known that we can find our way back to God by fulfilling our human potential to be the greatest souls possible.
So, if we digest this, it does have some shades of Nosferatu thinking. Their positives and negatives are apparent in all sorts of things. In control fallacy should statements of Nosferatu thinking, disqualifying the positive. They all have power. I have known that we can find our way back to God by fulfilling our human potential to be the greatest souls possible. She wants control, but she can never get the control she wants. That's what I'm thinking. Control?
You really think we've got that much control, Senora? All we gotta do is be perfect, and then we've got our pathway to the Almighty.
Yes, it seems quite clear to me.
Senora, if that's how it is, it ain't no wonder you ain't forgiving yourself or anyone for the slightest mistakes. I would ask myself if anyone really has that much control. Keep talking.
I have always known we must master ourselves and our baser instincts. Virtue must triumph over vice.
Okay. So this is in tow with the previous statement she made. I have always known we must master ourselves and our baser instincts. Virtue must triumph over vice. Now, this isn't a control fallacy. This is Nosferatu thinking. It's black and white. This has got to happen. Virtue must triumph over vice. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see. Nope, it's not that.
There have been many entities over time that have tried to control humanity.
Failed.
They have all failed, and the Senora will
I
Ah.
have always known we must master ourselves and our
Okay.
baser
I was
instincts.
figuring
Triumph
it was
over vice.
that because control
We've
fallacy.
been around a while, Senora. In all that
I ain't
time,
gonna get 'em all
when have
right.
we mastered ourselves and our baser instincts?
Not a single day. Men especially have no bottom to their depravity.
Oh my goodness, my depravities.
All right, fair enough. So us fellas have disappointed you every day for a few hundred years, right? Ain't that proof that nothing you do is gonna change that?
An evil thought, Mr. Samwars, but true, I concede.
We're in agreement then. It's a little bit of a control fallacy if you think that's gonna change because of you. But let's keep going.
I have always known that the earthly lives we lead are disgusting, and only war and death can come of them.
I still think this one's Nosferatu thinking. There's only one outcome. Yeah.
Just a sec there, cowpoke. You really think all we can do is sow death and destruction?
I do not own cows. Do I look like a farmer?
Come on, Senora. You've been alive to see what? 15, 20 billion people live and die? You really saying death and destruction is all each and every one of them ever amounted to?
Well, perhaps not individually, but as an immortal, I look at the greater arc of history.
Well, most of us ain't looking to contribute to the greater arc of history, but that don't mean life's pointless. That's some Nosferatu thinking, I'll tell you what. But let's continue.
I have always known the people have become fat and lazy, and living within the Garden of Eden is impossible in such a state.
Okay. I'm gonna have to say Nosferatu thinking again? Dang it.
Our esteemed client is very good at coming up with names for others, Sister Jimmy. Perhaps you can...
I
Oh.
have always known the people have become
I
fat and lazy,
blinded
and
myself
living
to the
within
labeling.
Garden of-
Sounds to me like you're coming up with labels
boy. Look at me. See my disgusting rolls, saggy features. Would you let me into the Garden of Eden?
Well, sure, why the heck not?
I am glad you are not the gatekeeper then.
You'd rather have a gatekeeper who wouldn't let you in? Listen, senor, you gotta go easy on yourself with them labels. Well, let's keep talking.
I have always known we should act with dignity if we would take our place at God's side once more.
So, this sounds like a should statement. It is taking something innately positive and making it an obligation. It is always fine to reach for something better, but to enforce it upon yourself is to do so unhealthily.
I think this here's the meat of it, senor. The filet mignon.
I fear your French is even worse than your Italian.
Here's the thing, senor. Who came up with all them shoulds that'll take you to God?
Why, the greatest thinkers of history that I studied in my youth. Plato, Aristotle, Cicero, Aquinas.
Sounds like a bunch of dead guys to me. They really had it all figured out way back when, huh?
Well, of course not. How foolish do you think?
Not at all, senor. Just questioning where all them shoulds are coming from. But let's keep going.
So you think you are so very clever, do you? That by pointing out my distortions, you have won. That is where you are truly the fool. I already know how wrong I have been, that I have been chasing an impossible fiction all my life. Indeed, I now believe that even if we did follow the pathway to God, once we reach the end, we will discover that he, too, was a work of fiction. When I say God, I mean goodness, propriety, intelligence. God himself is a lie.
So you think ultimately nothing we do, either individually as a whole, adds up to anything good?
I see. So you lost your faith.
Lost your faith.
Yes, it has crumbled to dust, much like myself in this fat, wretched old body.
Hey, that's labeling right there.
Beauty and truth are lies. Ideas developed by ugly men to justify their existence. While we occupy ourselves chasing those ideals, they create space wars to leech our money and our vitality. And to think, they call me judgmental, how they created the false ideal to judge against. You don't think I'm judgmental, do you, boy?
I've never seen anyone judge more than you. You're doing nothing but judging. And yes, absolutely, you're doing
I wouldn't put it that way. Besides, I ain't gonna call you names. In fact, that's where I think I want to challenge you. Senora, I think the person you're judging more than anyone is yourself. I know you got raised with all them high ideals, so of course you're getting disappointed when nobody can reach them. That's some heavy pressure, not just on them, but on yourself. I'd ask yourself what all that pressure's doing for you. Is it bringing you any satisfaction? We can't always control what things are gonna be.
This is not acceptable.
I got some bad news for you, senor. None of us really has the power to change the world on our own. Not even a clever lady like yourself. I suggest we start working on ways of helping you find a way to accept the world for what it is.
But the world is base and unworthy.
Remember that term I told you about? Nosferatu thinking? You're gonna strip all the color out of the world if you keep doing that. But the world's a lot more than just base and unworthy.
Nosferatu thinking. I am not used to having my own thoughts thrown back at me.
That's why you're here, ain't it? I ain't gonna help you change the world, senor. All I can do is help you find some other perspectives.
I suppose there is a certain simpleton's wisdom in the way you speak.
Thanks, I guess.
Very well, boy. I will consider what you have said. We will meet again in exactly 4 weeks. Do we have an understanding?
Yes, indeed, senor.
Okay.
Ugh. Please learn to speak properly by then.
Well done, son. I believe you handled Senora Deste quite well.
You kidding? That lady straight up hates my guts.
Samuel, if Isabella Deste hated your guts, she would not be shy about telling you so.
That I believe.
Older we get, the harder it is to gain a different perspective. Have patience. You're not all as wise as Samuel was.
Guess it's just that simpleton's wisdom, as the senora called it.
Do not adopt her label, Samuel. I will not stand for it.
So Samuel's about 200 years, 300 years old. Andromachos is 3,000 years old.
I know she was a challenge, but you rose to it as I knew you would. I think you deserve a night of hard drinking. What do you say?
You don't need to tell me twice. All right, Andy. I'll see you later then.
Indeed, Samuel. Enjoy yourself and rest in peace.
Time to get some blood.
Dang, I think that's enough abuse for one night. I could use a drink and a quiet night.
Hey, cowboy. Why the long face?
I used to say the same thing to my princess.
Your daughter.
My horse, actually. She never really understood the joke, but I still like telling it to her.
You didn't answer my question, gunslinger. What's got you down?
Oh, I just finished up with my second client. She gave me a tongue lashing to remember her by. You ever talk to someone who's so educated and refined that they make you feel like a space alien?
Only everyone I ever met in law school. At least until I learned to speak their language.
You're a lawyer?
Was, and no, I wasn't the blood-sucking kind. Before you start with the vampire jokes. Just a wide-eyed DC do-gooder. But I get what you're talking about. People can use language like a membership card. You don't speak the lingo, you don't get in.
Well, that's just what I mean. I just ain't sure I've got the lingo for a 500-year-old high society Renaissance woman.
Well, how do you think your session went? Think she heard you?
Well, she did say that I'd given her some stuff to think about. And to tell the truth, she seemed kind of embarrassed about that.
So what? If she heard you, I'd take the W, cowboy.
Take the W. What, the wagon?
The wind, yes. Maybe she isn't gonna relate to you, but that doesn't mean she can't hear you.
You're probably right. I guess I'll take the W. And while you're at it, I'll take some B too. That's blood, see?
What are you in the mood for? Men? Women? Something a little more off the beaten path?
I think I'll have some takeaway tonight. What have you got?
Here, try this. Should put some color in those cheeks.
You really ain't Swedish, huh, Crimson?
Nah, healthy blood never hurt anyone. I've been hanging around vampires for 20 years, and they aren't so scary.
Not even Bird.
What, that old pointy-eared teddy bear? He's a total sweetheart, unless someone gets aggressive or touchy with the customers.
What does he do then?
They get a stern warning.
And if they don't listen?
Why, then he eats them.
Well, maybe he is a teddy bear. I met Teddy Roosevelt back in the night, and I'm pretty sure he would have done the same thing. Speaking of which, I got to thirst something fierce. I think I'll head back to my coffin for a little rest. But you have a good night, Crimson.
You too, Sam. Don't let the Draculas bite.
Time to crack open a warm one. That's the good stuff. Now, maybe I can find a quote from one of my favorite books that'll help give me a little inspiration. Or I could watch the Three Stooges hit each other a whole bunch. Or I could just go to sleep. What's it gonna be, Sammy boy?
I would like to read some Thoreau.
My profession is to be always on the alert, to find God in nature, to know his lurking places. I always like that quote. I ain't a God-fearing kind, but it's true. There's a natural beauty behind the man-made world if you know where to look. Isabella Deste's all culture and breeding, and underneath, she's got her vulnerable and beautiful humanity too. I just gotta remember that. All right, that's enough for one night. Time for some rest. I hope my next client will be a little easier.
It's true.
Samuel, good evening. I'm glad to see you looking so fresh and well-slept.
Something tells
seldom unseen by you, my friend. Tonight, you face perhaps one of the most difficult challenges a therapist can face. The fact that you may not be able to tell it. In truth, I have failed to help clients with this particular disposition many times.
Hey, I'm doing this. You're nigh on 3,000 years old, and you can't help them. How can I?
It's not guaranteed that we can help every client. To think we are powerless to help any is equivalent to distortion itself. I believe you know it.
Yeah, all right. Control fallacy. I know. I can
Can't
help some-
control everything.
That's right. Here, take a look at this case for me.
Theater fella, huh? I've known a few of them in my time. They can be a little, self-absorbed.
Named Edmund Keane, age 237, gender male, origin British. Edmund Keane was a highly influential Shakespearean stage actor during the Georgian period. He's credited with more personal interpretations of character as opposed to pantomime performances. He lived a tumultuous life on stage, dealing with alcoholism, sex scandals, and entitled behavior. He wishes to return to the stage, but expresses great anger at critics who might review him poorly. He demands respect as the greatest actor the world has ever seen.
He's looking for therapy because people don't like him, it says.
He is one of the most revered actors in all of history.
So he might have a few cognitive distortions.
A few. He may not recognize them, sir, but all you can do is present reality. He comes. Remember, I will give you whatever advice I can. Good luck, my friend.
I hope Mom up to this.
What is this vampire I see before me?
I'm Sam Walls. I'm your new therapist.
Your dress, you're wearing your hat. You also are forgotten by time. Oh, how fortuitous! A kindred spirit, perhaps. A therapist should know pain, I say. Most excellent.
Tarnation. Can't get a break with this here hat of mine.
No, it's perfect. Do not change a single thing. It gives me faith. Faith, my dear vampire, that you can help me.
I'm gonna do everything I can. I promise you that, amigo.
Not do so lightly. Darkness dwells within my damned soul. You journey into my pain at your peril, and I cannot be your Virgil.
You're who now? Anyway, you wrote in your intake form that you're here because... Well, mortals don't appreciate you, Sam.
Indeed, and I fear they cannot. They must die to appreciate life. As mortals, they cannot ask the immortal questions. What is life? For us who do not live, why are we here? Why do we continue? What do we do when death has no meaning? And what a piece of work is vampire! How noble in stature, how infinite in life!
All right, that's enough of that. Before we answer the question of why we're all here, why are you here? Well, that is, what exactly drove you to me, partner?
Oh, that. Well, plus you are a theatre historian I recently seduced and killed, sprang the seeds of doubt in my corpus.
Okay.
He was writing a biography of the great Edmund Keane, and I thought mayhap that I would favor him with a secret or two. He said my acting style would now be considered archaic. Though I drank him to the last, I fear his crew, but this embossed carbuncle of corrupted blood caused me to doubt myself. Are all men such fools? Will I ever find my audience again? Or did they die long, long ago? Help me purge these mortal concerns from my mind, dear man.
We're always gonna have doubts, compadre. That's normal. But I think I can help you see things a little differently. So, you said your acting's out of date. Why don't you just tell me why it bothered you so much?
Because it's simply not possible. Acting became a noble craft entirely because of me. In truth, I am perfect.
Okay. I'm going to have to say that that's Nosferatu
Sorry,
thinking.
fella, I gotta stop you
It's
for a
black
second
and
there.
white.
You really saying you're perfect?
Oh, I'm not a narcissist. I believe I would find myself quite inept at, say, street cleaning or dishwashing. But as far as acting is concerned, yes. If an actor be assessed, you would assess him on the scale of Edmund Kean.
Oh, come on. You ain't ever forgotten a line?
I suppose, on occasion, a line has left me due to circumstances beyond my control. But that is the fault of alcohol, not of Edmund Kean.
So in those times you were drinking, you might not have been perfect. And the acting world kept on turning.
Oh, come on. I was clearly exercising some dramatic license. But it's not all black and white.
Well, that's exactly what I was trying to say. But keep talking. We got some more stuff to sort out.
Oh, there are celebrated actors in these times, yes. But any success they have is due to my beating the path for them to follow.
Okay. Let's take this apart. Oh, there are celebrated actors in these times, yes. But any success they have is due to my beating the path for them to follow. Now, this is a unique way of using the disqualifying the positive. He thinks... That's what I think it is. I think it's a disqualifying the positive. It doesn't have to be pointed at yourself, I think.
Wait a minute. You're saying that every actor's success comes straight from you?
Of course, even the greatest among my art would have been consigned to obscurity had it not been for my advancements.
Every single one of them ain't had nothing of their own to give to the theater?
Well, I suppose one or two actors in the last 300 years have impressed me.
Don't you think they deserve their own success?
I suppose mortals are owed their 15 minutes of fame. One must have some pity for them. We are not monsters. But the actors of modern times are shallow, beggarly parrots. Parrots who screech the lines, but do they know them? Do they feel as we feel?
Okay. So that's a lot of labeling. They're shallow, they're parrots, beggarly.
So you're saying modern actors are parrots?
Indeed, they are only mimics, and thus no better than a well-trained bird.
You don't think they're actually birds, do you?
My dear one, they live such short lives. What else can they do but ape the words and actions of their forebears?
But when you call them birds, you're just labeling them that. And you ain't giving them a fair shot.
Oh, come now. I was clearly employing a little dramatic license.
But we're here to talk about truth, all right, compadre?
It is my gentle direction that takes the craft to higher echelons, and mine alone. Acting does not evolve without me.
That sounds like a good old-fashioned control fallacy. Acting doesn't evolve without them. Yeah?
You're saying only you can change the course of acting?
It is demonstrable. There is acting before Edmund Kean, and there is acting after Edmund Kean.
But there's so many types of acting out there. I mean, I remember when vaudeville came out, but I don't think it had anything to do with that.
Vaudeville? No! Like so many American arts, an art of the grotesque. You plunge a dagger into the heart of subtlety.
So you didn't have nothing to do with vaudeville?
Oh, devil's below, no!
Hmm.
Well, then you got a little control fallacy, hombre. Mortals got wills of their own.
Yeah, indeed. I suppose I don't want any responsibility for the things the Americans create anyway. These critics should honor me as is my due.
This sounds like a control fallacy to me. But it is also a should. Should statements, though, typically are when they involve yourself. Let's look into the book. I'm a vampire. I should live in a castle. When you're in a gang, the gang needs to be your family and no one else. A cowboy must never show fear. With my dark powers, vampires shall dominate the world. If a mortal discovers our secret, it's entirely my responsibility to deal with it. I can't deal with the bureaucracy of international travel with my coffee. I'm stuck in the USA forever. These critics should honor me, as is my due. I knew it. I
This is
knew
an
it.
easy one. Word is recognized.
Yeah, I know.
You're saying critics should honor you. What happens if they
I
don't?
just...
Then they are not doing their jobs properly. I do not ask for their laudations without cause. What if a so-called critic does not recognize my contributions to the theatre? What do they know of the theatre?
Maybe they just got different taste.
Uneducated taste, perhaps.
If they are just uneducated, why should they appreciate you?
An interesting point. I suppose I cannot blame you. How fiend! You are cruel indeed to beat a man when he is at his most vulnerable. Here, so you may help me cope with a world that is gone mad. Not so you might attack my every word.
I'm doing no such thing. All I'm doing is pointing out your reality. If we're gonna cope, we gotta be honest about the world.
And I say that you are a villain. I come to you in desperate need, and you respond by mocking my desperation. Why would you do this to me? Do you not know what pain I am experiencing? Do you not know that I, as an actor, feel every sling and arrow more keenly? Art thou a therapist or a murderer that you would push me so to
my
the brink?
gosh.
Do you want me to commit?
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to hurt you. I want to help everyone who comes to me.
Samuel, a moment, please.
Andy, I got a real problem here. I think I'm not cut out for this work. This fella's right. Why am I attacking him when I should be helping?
First of all, shouldn't stay put. You will do what you will do. That is all, Sam. But look at the candles. What do you see?
Candles? They seem fine to me.
Look at the flames.
Wait a minute. They're getting higher, ain't they? What the hell's going on?
Your client is very powerful. He has his own unique skills earned through the ages. His skill in gaslighting is so intense that it affects the world around him. He is altering reality to fit his distortions. Be watchful, Sam. Do not let him.
How do I stop it?
Be persistent. Above all, be honest. He does not control your reality. I await your apology, sir.
I don't have anything to apologize for. All I did was point out some truths in the things you were saying. Now, if that makes you angry, fella, I don't know what to say.
You wound me, but I am strong. I persist. I fight. I know my worth, sir. I have fought and died for my art. I shall take my business elsewhere, and Vampire Society shall hear of your quackery. Stop him, sir. It is not anger, but fear that drives him. Show him he has nothing to fear from you.
Now, I wasn't trying to rile you up none.
Yet I bared my undead soul to you, and you treated me like a pincushion with your
Bricks ain't got nothing to do with this, Edmund.
And now you seek to proposition me? Of course, it always goes like this. To you I am a void, nay, a whore. To you it is a maze. Well, you are all alike, I say. Go on, then, use me. You are losing him, sir. It's time to remember what makes you special. You are not just the therapist. You are not just a vampire. He is afraid, but you will conquer his fear.
Easy, boy, easy.
I shall not go easy. I shall not.
Ain't nobody gonna hurt you. Here's a good vampire.
A good vampire? What the hell?
You're safe now. Ain't nobody here to hurt you or make you feel bad.
What was I?
I'm your buddy. That's us. We're just buddies.
Is he horse whispering the vampire?
Buddies? Yes. A friend. A friend who wishes to help me.
You feeling better there, compadre?
I must confess that I am. Though I scarcely understand how.
Hey, well, that's just great. I want this to be a comfortable place for you.
Yes. Yes, I do believe you. After all, your profession is in many ways similar to acting. It is no wonder that we find common ground.
How is therapy like acting?
It is the exploration of the soul, is it not? A journey into pain and truth. We see those pains and truths and reflect them onto the cruel world.
I ain't sure I quite see it like that, but it's true that reflecting is important. Kind of funny when we can't look in a mirror, huh?
Come, one of death's cruel ironies. Thus must we see our reflections in the mortal audience instead.
You care a lot about what the mortals think about you.
Of course I do. Why should I give a fig about what we dusty old folk think, eh? Most of us are stuck in our relative pasts, if you'll pardon the offense.
But all them folks died. You're what, 300 years old?
Don't remind me. Yes, they die, but I cannot. I must not. If I do not exist in their hearts, there is only the purgatory of oblivion.
Listen. If I do not exist in their hearts, there is only the purgatory of oblivion. Only.
You cannot. You must not. You're talking like there's only one future.
For me, there is only one future, save oblivion.
Come on now, that's a little extreme.
Is not so. What else have I on the stage?
Well, that's a fine question. Tell you what, though, compadre, you are more than a stage. What if theater just didn't exist?
Perish the thought. Perish it with all due enmity. Unlike some vampires, I am not some blood-guzzling parasite who will idly sit and wait as the world turns.
You're calling most of our kind parasites?
I am, for that is what we are, if we are nothing else.
All right, let's just forget the part where you're insulting other vampires, myself included. If you say that you're a parasite if you don't do something, you're gonna be scared as hell of not doing that thing.
As an immortal, I aim for loftier goals.
Can you hit those goals if you're busy being afraid of turning into a parasite?
Ah, but your humble speech does belie the true wisdom beneath. I am indeed cruel to myself. I died for the stage, so I should live for it as well.
Should stay
Why
there.
should you live for the stage?
What was my death worth if the stage does not matter?
But it's only you who's saying your death ain't worth something. Your shoulds are fatal. Ain't that a lot of pressure?
Perhaps. Though one might argue that all great actors must be forged in fire.
But is acting really the most important thing in the world?
I shall assume that you jest. Vampire society is of no use to me. We are so few, and I cannot have an adoring crowd without a crowd.
Vampire society is of no use to me. We are so few, and I cannot have an adoring crowd without a crowd. Control. Dang it.
Edmund is being a little choosy with his audience, isn't he?
Yeah.
Vampire society is of no use to me. We are so few, and I cannot have an adoring crowd without a crowd.
I knew it.
He's being a little choosy with his
Choosy,
Vampire
choosy.
society is of no use to me. We are so few, and I cannot have an adoring crowd without a crowd.
Just go.
Vampires ain't got nothing to offer you.
Nothing they can give, no. Vampires do not understand the Lord God.
Vampires have a lot to give. We got time to understand things mortals just can't. I think you're disqualifying the positive things about us vampires.
Oh, perhaps. But an understanding of the stage is not one of them. You know, I see what you are doing. The motivations of man are well known to me through my art.
And what am I doing?
You are mocking, undermining me, causing me to doubt myself. I know thy purpose, wretch. This therapy business is all a ruse. You would lay me low and claim dominion over me.
All I'm trying to do is help you, friend. Reality's a lot easier to deal with when you can accept it for what it is.
So, now, tap my sanity. Is there no shall not drink? Oh, you shall see. The tides of cruel seas will crash upon me, but I do not wither. I know thy game, trickster. You wish to keep me in your debt. The more I doubt myself, the more you take from me. You think you are clever, but thy tongue outvenoms all the worms of the Nile. Well, what have you to say for yourself? Speak, that I might hear thy bile.
Easy there.
What?
I know you're upset and you're scared. I ain't gonna hurt you.
You want to hurt me?
Good, man. Ain't you scared? Yeah, it's all right.
Want a sugar cube?
You really don't want to hurt me? You'll keep me safe?
You're safe. Ain't no place safer than right here. We're friends. That's right. You're my buddy now. Just my pal Eddie.
In truth, I am oft left bereft of friendship. Our kind can be difficult.
You mean vampires?
No, actors. But to sense one is not alone in all the world is a feeling to be cherished.
You ain't alone, I promise. Whatever bad stuff we're living, someone else has lived it already.
It is so. Many geniuses were unappreciated in their time, wonders of their craft, consigned to history's dusty pages. Even the bard himself did struggle. There is some comfort in that.
Common nocturnality. We all got the same needs, man. Blood, safety, and sex.
Indeed, I too am akin to the doomed Achilles, though my source pod lies not so low, but twixt stem and stern.
Take my place to comment.
Well, seems the spot is no secret to you after all.
Maybe we can talk about that some more in your next session. I think you did pretty dang well today.
Yes. Yes, I suppose I did. I am rather good at therapy, aren't I?
Oh my
If you're here
goodness.
wanting to get better, yeah, I'd say that makes you pretty good at therapy.
Well, one mustn't rest on one's laurels, must one?
That's right, Eddie. Okay, I'll see you in a few weeks then.
We shall vanquish my demons together. I cannot tarry. The stage awaits.
Dang, what the hell was that?
One of the darker malignancies of the mind, dear son.
You sure I'm up to this?
You were masterful, son. You were able to take your knowledge about cognitive distortions and turn their definitions outward. And we will speak about this equine ability of yours in your next session.
Oh, man. Yeah, I learned a lot about myself through my horse.
Save it for our next session. Rest, son. You have faced a great danger. Now it is time to drink and be ready with the goths.
Not sure I'd call them barely, but they know how to cut loose. All right, Andy. I'll see you later.
Good night, son. Rest in peace.
Well, that was one of the weirdest experiences of my life. I probably won't forget that. I should go talk to Crimson.
If it isn't Sammy the Kid, plop that butt down. Got a shot prepared for you.
Thanks, Crimson. What is that? Bloody Mary?
No, a Bloody Steve. That's what he said his name was.
Well, of course it is. How's the crowd tonight?
You know, it's funny. They're a little on the weird side tonight. Must be a full moon out.
Well, you ain't kidding. I just had my first therapy session with the strangest fella I ever met. Actor type. Used to be an international celebrity back when I was alive. Seems like fame's a nasty drug.
Like Andy says, people are people. Doesn't matter what era they're from. Feeling good about your session, though?
He was pretty confrontational, but he was happy to talk about himself at least. Andy says the real clients to worry about are the ones who got nothing to say.
I get that. Being a human isn't easy. You gotta be pretty damn privileged to
I
have
am,
no problems at
I
all.
am usually one of the types that has nothing to say.
Well, this fella definitely has plenty of problems. I think he'll be keeping me busy.
It's a big world out there, cowboy. Full of vampires with no self-awareness.
Well, ain't that the truth? Well, here's to change then.
To check.
You, drinking Andy's blood there?
Andy's? Nuh-uh. This is a plain old mortal drink. You think anyone would want to drink that man's blood from a bottle when they can get it straight from the source?
I suppose they wouldn't.
I'm not primed to drink blood, Sam. What are we doing out here?
I didn't mean to cause offense, man.
Not your fault. I guess I shouldn't be offended.
Who's telling you that you shouldn't be offended, Crimson? I know this blood drinking stuff is complicated.
Damn right it is. Look, I have customers to deal with, but let me give you some advice before bed. No therapy here. What happens at Eminem happens with consent. Got it?
Alright, that's
All
very
right.
my sincere
It
apologies.
was my
won't happen
fault.
again.
I shouldn't have taken that opportunity. I just didn't like you going down that path.
That's right.
The consent is insanely important.
Oh, dang it. I've gone and made myself unwelcome. Better get out of Crimson's way.
You.
Panotipilibibia.
Huh? Do I know you?
I know you. I've been watching you, vampire.
Yeah, that's me, drinking blood to live.
Yes, you do. I saw you. I see everything. My name is Panoptibella. It means I see all, and I am beautiful. I saw you in the kink room with Reinhardt and Roxy, and now I see that you are thirsty and would like to drink.
Yep, that is so.
Come, drink from my neck. I wish to see what it is like. Yes, I see now. That was very pleasant. Thank you. You will go to your coffin now to sleep.
Well, if you wanted to cuddle.
It is normal for vampires to enter a state of torpor after consuming the blood of another. I wish you an excellent torpor, vampire.
Thanks, I guess. I guess I better get some shut-eye. This night has gone on long enough.
Yeah, it's cool to cuddle a vampire, but if he goes into torpor, you're basically just holding a dead body.
Good evening, Samuel. I hope you're feeling well rested. I have a new client for you.
Another one? I think my caseload's starting to get a little crowded.
Worry not, my friend. I shall not unload all the world's cares onto you. I know how strongly this next client requires aid. She is a great deal older than most of the clients you see, and
Wow.
sometimes it is harder for the elderly to see reality. It took me far too long to do so.
She as old as you are?
Not nearly. Thus, she should be more ready for change than I was. Take a look at the intake form.
Whew. Medib, age 1,804 years old, gender female, origin Bronze Age. An elder vampire like myself, Medi has lived mostly alone for the past 2 millennia. She grew up among wanton violence between Irish clan warlords and has since kept a distance between herself and mortals. She now spends more of her time online, where she has become a streaming celebrity. I do not know what this means, but perhaps a younger vampire might. She has expressed frustration at the increasing demands of her following. Suggestion: be patient with the elderly.
Dang, she died young. Makes me wonder why I waited so long to kick the bucket. Could have left her nicer looking corpse.
Alas, death does not often allow us to have much choice in the matter.
Says here she doesn't leave home unless she has to.
Indeed, it is a puzzle, as elder vampires can often be.
I sure do hope I can help her.
You will do your best, I know.
I just want to hear her voice, but I think I'll stop it here.
She comes.
Hello?
Hey there, how do I say your name? Is it, Medbu? Medb?
Liv is my name. Medby's just my screen name. You can call me Medby if you like.
Oh, mighty fine meeting you, Mitty. I'm Sam.
Is that who you are?
I couldn't rightly say. I ain't no more or less than Sam.
That one's gonna be special, but I'm gonna save it. I've done a lot of these in the duration of this stream, and I would like to not overload it.